Hi everyone, my name is Matthew Franco. I am one of your classmates for this course, and much like many of you guys, my goal in this career industry is to be a sports writer, sports reporter, sports broadcaster, all that fun stuff. Growing up, like everyone else probably here, I would read the news in the morning, I'd read all the sports sections, and then I'd go home after school and I'd watch Sports Center or Around the Horn, part of the interruption, all those great things. And honestly, as a child, I became enamored by that early on. And then I kind of set my sights on working in sports in my future. No matter what I did, I always wanted to end up in sports. So I went to school for sport management, which is a business degree. And after spending about a year or two in the business world, I realized that sport journalism is more of what I want to do than sport business. So that's how I ended up in this program. Back to my career goals, I do eventually want to become a reporter and writer for one of my favorite teams. Right now, my favorite teams are the Knicks, the Mets, and the Texans, which is not a good look for me, I know, but we might win a championship one day. I might be like 50 by that point, but who knows. So what I want to do, similarly to the people that you see on ESPN, Fox Sports, all of those journalists and publicists, is to be able to go live on air and talk about the teams and talk about their reportings while also being able to write informative articles about them. That is something that I've always wanted to do, and it's great to see you could be passionate about one of those teams, especially one you care about, in an effort to kind of make a career out of that. Kind of something I've always wanted to do. However, there's another angle I've always considered, and that is more in line with how the industry is translating today, a little bit more away from television and broadcasting, and a little bit more towards digital. So if the career path lines up, or like as an alternative to my past one I just explained, I would love to be able to get involved in content creation and writing digital articles for blogs and the like. Sports sites like The Ringer, The Athletic, Bleacher Report, all of those are publicists and journalists that I love to read, and they always have podcasts and YouTube videos and all this fun, informative stuff that gives it a little more of a personal feel to when you learn about sports and when you're able to read about sports. And also, you have a lot more creative control and freedom about what you are doing. So when you're able to make YouTube videos or podcasts, you dictate what you want to say, you dictate what the coverage is today, and all of that. This is also something that I've already ventured into, or at least I've tried to. I do enjoy trying to make YouTube content and different articles and writings about things like fantasy sports and off-season content and all this fun stuff to try to keep myself busy, but also because I feel like it would be a very fun career path to get into. And you even see it with some major broadcasts with people like Matthew Berry and the fantasy sports department over at ESPN, where they have a lot of creative control about what they want to do and what they promote. But all at the same time, it's informative, it's educational, and it's on television. So something like that honestly would be a perfect career if I were able to somehow get into that. But if not, the idea of doing content and digital writing and online articles is still a great thing for me. Now, coming into this course, I'd like to say I knew a decent amount about sports. It's basically been my entire life. But learning a lot more about the journalistic side of the business has been incredibly important for me. It's not something that I've had too much experience in besides a few internships here and there. So being able to learn a little bit more about the intricacies and reading all these important articles and all the elements of journalism has been great. I'm looking forward to pretty much everything this course has to provide, from all of them future different classes I'm going to take to even in about a week or two when we have that conference call with some of the heads of the sports industry, the sport media industry. So yeah, that's all about I have to say. Like I said, this is really great getting to learn with all of you and read all your discussion boards. And honestly, this has been one of the best experiences in the sporting world of my life so far. I know it's only been a month and a half, but I feel like I have learned a ton, and I'm very excited to see what the future holds. Thank you.